So good afternoon, everybody. It's a pleasure for me being here. So I am enjoying all of these great presentations. It's for me really a pleasure. Thank you, Heather, for my introduction. Almost 25 years in the industry, a lot of years. So a little bit about myself before I start this great topic that I will share with you. And I started in Puerto Rico. I'm Puerto Rican. And I started there in the pharmaceutical industry for many years. Then I moved, my last 10 years I had been in the United States, in Iowa, beautiful Iowa, then New Jersey, supporting beautiful countries, supporting like Latin America, Europe, Asian Pacific, a lot of beautiful experiences. So can you imagine my network, how many times it changed? Many times, but you know what? I enjoy so much, and I learn so much, and I can tell you, it pays. Having a good network, it pays. Not only for your organization, but also for your personal career, and most important, as a human being. So, during decades, studies link effective network to stronger performance, to rapid promotions, and higher compensations. So what that means? That means that having an effective network will impact your business and will also impact your career, your journey, your career journey. Perhaps many of us struggle a little bit when doing networking, right? Because, you know, it's hard to justify, it's hard to justify time to spend in networking, you know? So it's hard to start, especially when you don't know what a networking and effective networking is about, right? So today I will share with you some elements that are critical, that are essential for building an effective networking. And so I hope you enjoy. And if you have any questions, just at the end, I will answer to you or ask Maura. She can send to me additional questions you have about this great topic. So first of all, I would like to do this very interactive. I'm going to break here some rules. So for those that are connected and for those that are here, I have a question for you. I would like to ask all participants the percentage of their time that your activities involve working with others. That means asking for help, asking for ideas, asking what percentage of your time. Don't need to be 1 day or 2 days or 3 months of a project, but how much time of your time you're spending that your activities are in one way or the other involve working with others. So we're gonna use our text phones. There is a number there. I cannot read from here, but it's 22333. And you will select what is the best that applies to you, A, B, C, or D. Okay, I will wait 5 seconds or 10 seconds, let me be realistic, because we have some delays here. And I'm gonna see what is your answer.
Carmen, we see the percentage of the activities performed during the week required. We have a 50% that has voted A, and we have a 50% that has voted D. So we have 50% between 26 and 50% and 90% A.
Okay, so what this is telling to us, I will ask you to answer to me, but it's okay, this is a conference, interactive online conference. So we're expecting this. We're expecting that this is saying that we spend the majority of our time working with others, right? So what that means, that if we spend a lot of time working with others, it means that all relationships impact in everything that we do. We cannot work by ourselves 100% because if not, we're gonna get anywhere. So there is a rule that we call the 70-30% rule. And it's saying, ¿verdad?, that if we want to be effective managing our time, 30% of the time we spend it working autonomous, independently, with no need from anybody. But guess what? The 70% is because we are working in networks interactions. And this 70 can be higher when we grow more in our organization, when we are executive, when we are strategic leaders. This can go higher as 80 or 90 because we rely more on people. So how important is our collaboration with others? So keep that in mind because I will continue talking about that. In addition to that network, it will help us to our career success. So it will help you in our organization, and I said before, but it will help you in our career success. There are two key elements for our career success. The first one is called the human capital. Human capital is our skills, our competences. And there is another one that is social capital, is our relationship with others. When I started my career in 19 whatever, I will not tell because you will know my age, probably when they hire me, they rely on my skill, on my competence. But as I move through my stages, it relies on both. In my skills, because I need to have skills, competences, but also in my relationship with others. Because I don't have effective relationship, effective network, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to bring the stronger performance that we're looking in an organization. So it's important. How important is network for us, right? Let's do another networking exercise. What do you think, what is networking about? The right answer, there is no right answer. I think a network can be all those elements that we can see there. So what is networking? When we talk about networking, it's a skill that we need to cultivate. It's not focused on volume, because if I have like thousands of Facebook friends, that's not making me an effective networker. Or if I have 200 tweeters following me, that will not make me better networker. It's an element that we use for maintaining our weak connections, and I will talk a little bit later about weak connection, but it's not about social networking. And here it says that it's the cultivation of productive relationship. Needs to be productive. That's the key when we talk about networking. So let's talk. I'm going to share with you a few elements that are important for effective network. First of all, I will go with the baseline. What is an effective networker? And effective networkers are those who can get things done and move ahead. They build all right connections, diversity and inclusion, don't forget about that. And also, they connect, they listen to others, and they share information, contacts, and resources. That is an effective networker. Another element of an effective network is how an effective network look like. First of all, works at different levels. A network is not only with your peers. It needs to be higher than you, lower than you, same as you. Another element of an effective network, reach across organizations. So it's collaborative, not with your own team, but also with outside your organization and outside your other functions that are not your business team. And 3, facilitates your career growth. So those are 3 elements very important that we see always when we have an effective network. So now you will tell me, but Carmen, how can I start this? How can I know if I have an effective network? I'm going to tell you in a simple way, 5 steps. You need to focus to ensure that you are in the right track to develop an effective network. The first one is you need to know your organization. What are the objectives of your organization? And how your organization is composed. Okay, so you know where's the people, their positions. So you know where's the right person to contact, the right person you need to have in your network. In addition to that, you need to know your team, the team that you belong or that you're leading. Where is the objective of your team? Where that team is going? Third, then once you understand those 2 basic, then you're going to go and map your network. And then you're going to challenge if your network is the right network. And at the end, you're going to maintain your network. Okay? I'm going to go, once you know the first 2, once you know your organization, once you know where your team is going, there are different tools you can use to map your network. And there are 2 I'm going to share with you. I think one is from Harvard Business Review. It's a manual process that it gives you step by step how you can map your network, the connections of your network. There is another one that I use. It's a tool. It's very automatic. It's for free. It's glean.org. Was developed by was developed by Columbia Business School. You can enter the information. It will provide you a complete detailed report. And it's also, it gives you also identified opportunities also as part of the report, tells you how you can improve your network. When you develop your network map, there are 3 things that are key in order to see where you are with your network map. There's the size. It's telling you the size, how big or how small. The second one, it will tell you weak versus strong connections you have in your network. When we talk about weak, it's our relationships that are not deep, not close. So you don't need to, in all your network, all your ties don't need to be close and deep. You need to have a balance. Usually it's recommended to your strongest connections are inside your organization. And the ones that are weak are more related outside your organization. Okay? And the last one, it's about density. Another element you can get from the report, it's about the density of your network. We can have high densities and we can have low densities. When we talk about high densities, it's all the ties are interconnected. And when we talk about high density, it's a network that work together, that are higher executors, that are good team workers. There are other densities that we call low densities, and those are the ones that are not connected between themselves. In the corporate world, usually we can find high density inside your organization with few links outside your organization those are the ones that are low dense. But in general, you have a high density inside your organization because those are the ones that execute. Outside, that are the low densities, are the ones that help you to bring ideas, creativity, diversity. Okay? There is a rule for creating versus high density and low density. Per every 5 inside ties that we have inside our organization, we should have 1 external. That is the correlation of having an effective network. Another element for a network, and I know I'm sharing a lot of information, but those are the elements we need to know. It's that we need to ensure that we have access to all our social resources. We cannot focus in one social resource. And we have 4. We have economic resources. So economic resources, that's the one that gives us the money, that gives us the buy-in. We have career advancements. Those are the ones that help us to growth in our career. We have social support. Those are our friendship, give us emotional support. And task assistant. Task assistant, so give us advice, give us support on executing our daily activities. So we need to have in our network a balance of those 4 social resources. And as you can see in the drawing or in the picture that is in the left, we can have people with multiple social resources. And it's good when you know people from different perspectives, not just one perspective. That gives you an advantage. So what we can see in here, we can see a high density network inside the organization, plus 3 external connections outside the organizations, and in which we have representative of the different social resources. I'm going to share with you, and this is an example of the manufacturing industry. What are the percentage of per social resource? And as you can see in here, there's some more higher task assistant. That's what we want at the end. We want to execute. But there is a good representation of all the others that will make our network more successful. So we talked before about size, weak and strong ties. We talk about high density and low density. We talk about also about social resources. So those 4 elements will help you to identify what are the opportunities I have in my network. And this is an example I brought, and it's moving from left to right. In the first drawing, we can see here that inside of our organization, they are not interconnected, very low density, right? So we want to move where? If we want to execute, if we want to be an effective teamwork, we need to have more relationships that are more integrated between each other. So that's showed in the right part of the picture. Don't forget the part with some external connections that will bring the diversity, will bring the creativity to that team. So important is diversity and inclusion, right? Perfect. Going to the end, because I'm almost finishing. I'm going to extend you a few things that are important, to key tips that will help you to enhance your network. I think the first one is focus on multiplex ties. Okay? Don't focus on one social resource. Ensure that you have the balance. Remember that we talk about the economy, the social, the task systems. We're going to ensure that we have all that representation, but not also inside of your company, but also outside. The second one is balance, give and take. And this is a tip when you are creating new connections. Please don't ask the person to do a favor. The first thing we need to ask is, I'm going to do a favor for you first. to start building the relationship instead of asking a favor first, because then if not, the person will run away from you. So if we want to have effective networks, that's another key one. The third one, maintain connectivity. That is so critical, so important. And how we can maintain connectivity? I think some people tell me, how can I maintain connectivity? That's a challenge. And I said, well, if we want to maintain connectivity, send information that sometimes it's relevant to that other person. And just to give you an example, I'm the global reliability for BMS, but I found an interesting article from Uptime Elements that is about building a good reliability strategy. So I'm going to share with all my friends across my network of, because I want to share. Another thing is you can also, if you want to maintain connectivity, is you can be the link between two of your network that will maintain also the connectivity, right? And there's many, many other things, but I want to give you those little things that sometimes they are important. And the last one, I don't want to forget about this one. It's show your humanity. Like, for example, happy birthday, condolences. Those are the key things that will keep you connected. And remember when I talk the human part of it, we should not get it out from the network. And the last, it's look for opportunities to expand diversity and inclusion. Diversity is so important. Learning from others that have different experiences, different learnings in life. It's beautiful. It will help you to growth. It will help you to bring different ideas on the strategy you are developing. In my career, I received many ideas, creative ideas, because of people live previous experiences than me. And I think we need to take that advantage of it. So diversity, again, is not about race, gender, or religion. It's about experiences. So don't forget about that. And last, I just want to give you another tip of how connect at conferences. It's a good way of doing network. So how you're going to engage in conferences. And I'm going to share with you a particular story. And because I'm in WIRAM, I will share it about one of Terry's conferences. So they asked me last year to participate in the Maximo. It was a chat, informal chat. And once I finished that chat, I was invited for that specific purpose. And I finished. And then I get out and say, well, what am I going to do then? Oh, me, an expert, I say in that. Ooh. So he said, you know what? But there's a lot of people in here that I want to meet, because they have different experiences that they share with me. It will complement my network. So the first of all, and I'm going to give you 3 tips. Don't say Carmen told you, but get personal. And when you go there and introduce to somebody, you don't need to say, I'm Carmen Romero, Global Reliability from Bristol Myers. I have 25 years of experience. I have blah, 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 blah. No. You open. How the conference is going? Do you like it? What is the topics you like? It's open-ended questions. So easy. Can you imagine if you go, my name is Carmen Romero, say, oh my gosh, let's take Carmen out of the equation instantly. So get personal. Get humble. The second one is approach the crowd. Approach the crowd, it's don't get in the wall. Just come here. They're not going to fire you. Usually in conference, they're very open to receive people, ideas. And once you approach the crowd and when you have the time, then you speak freely. Or somebody will take the time and introduce you to the team. So approach to the crowd. And the third one, stay connected. When we go to conference, we do so great making connections. I think we do the first one and the second one very good. But what happened after 3 months? I think I forget almost everybody. I have a lot of business cards, but I put it, and they say, oh, maybe I remembered 2 years ago that I have that person I know. Stay connected. If that really fits your network and you want to be, you need to stay connected. Okay? In summary, so this is the final slide. I'm going to put this down so I don't want to move anymore because Maura is going to get me out of here. Network, it's critical. It's important. It's going to add value, again, as I said at the beginning, to your business, to your organization, to yourself as a human being. So take time and spend time to build an effective network. So thank you. It's a pleasure for me being here, and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.
We optimize machines. This increases running time, decreases downtime, and ensures your machines operate with optimal efficiency. You stay online, you save time, you save money. You want Proof Technic. We are located all across the United States and Canada. We are here to optimize your productivity and increase your profit. We are here not only to provide the tools you need, but also to assist you in managing the optimization process. We specialize in many industries. Drill rigs, refineries, and pipelines are required in the refinement and delivery of oil and gas. We optimize the operation and efficiency of thrusters, pumps, compressors, expanders, and generators. Every component of a paper machine is critical. Every dryer bearing, every felt roll, every pump is critical to maintaining the demands of paper production. We can minimize your maintenance downtime and unplanned outages, resulting in increased production at a lower cost. We increase the efficiency of mining operations, from the drag line and haul truck to the mill. We provide remote vibration monitoring, laser shafted geometric alignment, and vibration-based condition monitoring. We are here for you. At Proof Technic, our staff and support teams are dedicated to your project from day one. We are a global company that provides great attention to detail, builds lasting relationships. We mix cutting-edge technology, highly skilled people, world-class experience, and proven German quality from the inventors of modern laser shaft alignment. Proof Technic. We optimize your machines.